one of the greatest preachers the world has ever seen, Billy Graham. He was told by one of the reporters that, oh yeah, your God is dead, why you still keep preaching him? And the response Billy Graham said was, I can tell you that he is alive because I spoke to him this morning. Yeah? And that confidence comes with having that relationship with God. And if you don't spend time in prayer, if you don't know who you're talking to, if you don't spend time in prayer and talking to God, you will wonder. We all are, well, most of us are from overseas. And we keep in touch with our families pretty much daily. And if we don't ring them one day, they will ring us and find out if we are okay. All right? And when we keep talking to them, we know what's happening there and they know what's happening here. And that's the connection that we have with our families, even though they are miles apart. And it's similar. We may not see God in front of us, but he says that when you spend time in my presence, you can feel the presence. And Billy Graham also said that prayer is simply a two-way communication between you and God. All right, and that brings about the importance of having a relationship with God. And I told you a couple of weeks ago again that your prayers are not effective until you know who you are praying to. And how do you know? How do you build that relationship with God? And all throughout the Bible, God has revealed himself in different names. He's said different names of himself. Before I go into those details about the names of God, one of the most common statements that people ask is, what's in a name? Yeah? What's in a name? What പേരിലെന്തിരിക്കുന്നു? ആരെല്ലാം വിളിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ചോദിക്കുന്നത് ഒരു പേരിലെന്തിരിക്കുന്നു? Your name is your identity and your individuality. Right? And that's how you are known. And it also shows the connection between you and the other person too. Depends on how they address you. I call Sinichan. Okay? And he's got another name, Peter. If I call him Peter, it doesn't show the depth of the relationship I have with him, that I have built with him over the years. It's the same with Jolie. I call him Jolie. If I call him Brother Jolie, he knows that something is wrong. There is something happening between me and Sam here, so he's becoming more formal up here. And you call him by, I call him Jolichan and Sinichan, and that shows my connection with them, my relationship with them, the depth of relationship, and the relationship that we have built over the years. And why do we have to know the different names of God? And why is God known by different names? And the Word of God says that it's mainly to convey to the people the personal meanings of those names, and more importantly, his nature. God tells people about his nature and his character through his names. And when we know about what the names of God and the Word says, what it stands for, it will enlighten and dictate the level of relationship that we have with God. The more you know about the names of God, the more you know about God, the deeper your connection and your relationship is with God. And don't get me wrong, you will never be able to comprehend, you will never be able to understand who God is completely, but it will reveal to you what his nature and character is. And God remains the same. His nature and character remains the same all through the ages. It doesn't change. But he uses different names to let his people understand